Good morning, everybody. It is me, Pacific. You know what? I'm going to have fun today. But first, let me start off with something positive because after I'm done with this little positive story of something that my lady friend and I did yesterday, I'm going to start ripping and tearing somebody a new one. Yeah, you heard me. This one's titled Scumbags of the Internet, and they're all over the place. Yesterday, my lady friend and I drove from Denver, Colorado, and drove all the way up to Mount Evans, the highest mountain in Colorado. It's the highest pavable road in North America, according to the signs. Paid $10 at the shack by Echo Lake and drive 14 miles up. We parked at an area about 13,000 feet and went hiking around stuff where I have to lift her up above on the next boulder. Met some really cool hikers. Met a couple from India that lives in Houston, both engineers, nice people, and just had a fun day. And then we drove all the way up to the top of the dead end, got out of the truck, and walked up to the tippy top where the U.S. Geological Survey stamp is showing the elevation of the mountain, 14,200 and something feet and change. Let me tell you, at 14,000 feet, I started getting lightheaded. My truck runs different, and our breathing is much labored. But it was interesting. We saw some mountain goats right there. I was coming down the road leaving. I stopped, and there's a bunch of little baby goats and mountain goats, and one's headbutting the other. Life is cool at 14,000 feet, and I mean literally. We get up there, and it was cold. There was big, giant packs of snow melting in places. We're looking down the flank of broken granite, and I'm like, we're pretty high, and 360-degree view up there, and you can see everything. Pretty cool stuff. Drive down a narrow little road where there's barely enough room for oncoming traffic to pass. There is no guardrail. There is no shoulder. The pavement is crumbling off and it drops thousands of feet. And I said to her, boy, I'd hate to roll the truck off of this. I wonder how many times it would roll before it stopped. Yikes. But it was cool up there, guys and girls. So let's be quick here. Let's talk about scumbags of the internet. I think it's time to start mentioning names. One of the guys that was watching my videos, we won't give the whole ID, but part of it was Tourette's. And I get a bunch of these people. Just a bunch of them. Somebody with the name DJ and others. And they get on here and they make their comments. They have no picture in their YouTube account. They post no videos. And they say the meanest, nastiest, horrid things that a guy can hear. The comments I got this week from Mr. Tourette's, I finally blocked him and deleted him and removed his comments, is, you're not good looking. The reason you can't get woman is you don't cut your hair, you don't spike it up, you don't wear the right shirt, you don't have an MC's voice, you lack confidence, blah, blah, blah. And I wrote him back and I said, dude, get off of this. Oh, I'm just trying to help you, he comes back with. I'm going to say something. People that do that stuff are unbelievable. Now, I've seen a lot of people that don't take care of themselves. People that are 400 pounds with an attitude, as I've said before, women that think they're all that in a bag of chips. And you don't get a bag of chips with them. You get a bag of obesity. I'm tired of the rudeness out there. That people can get on this internet world, that people can get in their SUVs, and because of anonymity and people flying so fast you can't get a license plate, and even if you do, what are you going to do? Anonymity is causing people to be bold and say things that they would never do if we had community. You go back 50 years ago, somebody would not say the things they are saying on this internet. They wouldn't do the things they're doing in their SUVs 50 years ago in their own neighborhood. Why? Because somebody'd say, hey, did you see Bill Johnson cutting everybody off and running the stop sign? No, the whole neighborhood would hold him accountable for that stuff. The internet is unpoliced. And you got people getting on there saying whatever they want and making comments. Let me say something, Tourette. This one's dedicated to you because you're a buttworm. And yes, I said it. And anybody who trolls on the internet is a buttworm. People who troll on sites and dating sites and public forums are buttworms. You don't post a picture. We don't know where you live. So nobody can get in your face and say, would you like to put your money where your mouth is? I'm still old-fashioned. I don't walk up to somebody and start saying stuff behind their back and hide. because that's grounds for somebody getting whacked in the face. Here's the thing that bothers me about buttworms of the internet. Maybe this ought to be titled Buttworms of the Internet. In fact, I like that. I think we're going to go with it. Buttworms of the Internet world. People that do this stuff, they're not trying to help anybody. They're trying to make themselves feel good by feeling like they've got an ounce of power by saying some hurtful, mean things, because apparently they've been through so much damage and dysfunction in their own lives that they lash out using the internet as a safe form to do it. If you take these people, and I gave them my address, they would not show up because they're chickens. I've said this before, and no offense, ladies, this is not an attack on you, but when I call you chickens, remember chickens are female and roosters are male, and you don't hear anybody calling somebody a rooster. So for you chickens of the internet that are acting like little girls and throwing your little dirty mud balls around, and you don't have a picture and don't have a video, you need to find something to do with your life and stop being internet buttworms. There are times I lack confidence. I'll tell you what, it's really hard to sit with 67 kids that hate your guts behind you on a school bus every day. And why do they hate you? Because they're teenagers. They think they're cool and everybody else isn't. They think old people are old people and they think we're all retarded. And you look at teenagers and listen to what they say, and you listen to half the stuff that comes out of their mouth, and truly, most of them are quite retarded. And what you get is the complete opposite. They think their music is cool, their dress is cool, their clothing is cool, that their butt crack showing is cool. I don't care if you're black, white, or Asian, male or female. Most of today's teenagers got a problem. It's called puberty. It's called throw your brains in the toilet for so many years before you finally, hopefully, grow up and get over yourself. There are days I lack confidence. You know, it's easy to drive a box truck around with freight behind you. Freight doesn't talk back. Freight doesn't make you feel bad. There are times I've thought of quitting my YouTube altogether just because there's so much negativity out there. And I am negative in my videos because in my negativity I'm trying to positively deal with problems. Get people to think. I reach people on my YouTube account that are not all just like me, but like me in one regard, that they're human. They've experienced their own woes, pains, rejection, drama with women, drama with others. Women have even written me saying they've seen the things I talk about. This is a forum for people who have felt hurts, who have felt rejection, who have felt like they don't fit in. This is not a video for Britney Spears, Eminem, and the late, great Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson and others. They're not going to watch this stuff. They're earning millions of dollars. They think they're all that in a bag of chips and a bag of Fritos and a can of Pringles and a case of 7-Up, Sprite, Coca-Cola, whatever your favorite pop is, throw it in there. Do I lack confidence some days? You better believe it. Some days I realize I really am up against an enemy, and it's just people in general in our society at large. Do I walk around with a persecution complex? No. It's like even yesterday. Here we are in the mountains. We're up there with a different kind of people. In an SUV, we stop to some goats who are stepping in the road, and some SUV starts passing the whole line of traffic and tailgates me all the way down the mountain because he can't pass me. I'm like, hey, you know what? I get out of the way because the traffic's backing up. I was the first one to stop at the goats. We were quick, looked out and move on. The car behind me stopped, and here comes some idiot hauling butt around him. You can only go 20 or 30 miles an hour, and on those curves, about 15, and the guy's tailgating me most of the way down the mountain. Gets down, it's still 30, and he finally hauls butt at about 80, passes me, no turn signal, and I wave the, oh, hurry, hurry, hurry mode. And 3 other SUVs start passing me. One of them starts passing me when the passing zone ends on a blind curve. I lost it. I gave him the friendly mile high salute. I thought, you know, you're endangering me and the girl that's with me, and you're passing me in a no passing zone when I'm going the speed limit, not like driving like an idiot. I don't like a lot of people out there. You can mind your own business and get crapped on. But the internet world, these buttworms that get on here and leave their negative comments saying they're trying to help somebody when they don't have a picture and you don't know what they look like, telling me to spike my hair. Hey man, I've seen people with the whole hair gel thing. If they want to do that, that's great. You know what? I don't think I'm Don Juan, and I don't think I'm GQ. But when I look at a lot of people my age, I think I'm doing pretty dang good. As far as having an MC voice, I've had some people tell me they thought I have. Do I think I have an MC voice? I don't know. Some say I do, some don't. But the comments that I get, the hurtful ones about the thick glasses, you're insecure, you're this and that, the reason I'm on here is to relate to people that feel the way I do. The people that think they're nothing when they actually are something. The people that think they're something when they're nothing. Those people are the ones I like to take shots at. Because our society has it all backwards. We heroify stars and people in showbiz when they ought to be ashamed of themselves. We exalt and pedestalize sports people. We pedestalize bad presidents and bad political leaders and vilify those that are actually trying to do something with their position and stand up for some conservative, God-fearing belief systems, and we vilify and make fun of them. You know, I look out for the underdog because I am an underdog. There are days I don't have confidence. There's days I have unshakable confidence, such as the biorhythm of the human being. Some days we get up feeling on top of the world. Some days we get up feeling like, let's go for another round down the white porcelain bowl. Yeah, toilet. You know what? I love life, but I'm tired about worms. You people don't get your comments posted all the time because the only time I post them is because some of my fans will chew you up and spit you out. So I make a judgment call. This guy needs to trip around the spin cycle a few times. I like intelligent comments, constructive criticism. If you don't like the way I look and you don't like what I have to say, don't watch it. If I don't like somebody out there, I don't waste my time trolling. I just go, you know what, I'm going to watch this video. It's a waste of my time. I don't expect everybody to be enamored with Pacific. Not everybody likes Pacific Ocean. I love the Pacific Ocean. I'm not talking about myself, but that ocean out there. Some people like the mountains, some people like the sea. I like both. But if I'm not into something, I'm not going to pursue it. But leave 50 million negative comments and keep watching every video I produce and dog me every step of the way. Shoot, there was some dude telling me I couldn't get a chick, that I couldn't get laid because of this, that I'm angry. You know, my problem is, viewers, is I want to respond to that and say, do you know how many girls I've made love to? But then I stop and go, why am I lowering myself to that? I'm not proud of that fact. I've done my own share of sinning. But you sit there and listen to the comments people make out of sheer ignorance, trying to bash you, put you down, and slam you and be internet bullies. I tell you what, I'd almost be willing to bet that most of these trollsters on the internet probably not attractive in any way. They were probably put down in school, probably made fun of, and that is unfortunate. Now they're getting revenge using the internet. I know a lot of internet geeks that are overweight, that eat junk food, that can't hold down a job, and they sit on this internet and they just dog people all day long because they're miserable. Buttworms is not a very nice term, but that is what these people are. Instead of facing their hurt and admitting it, and admitting that they struggled with the put downs they got and trying to do something intelligent with their life, like getting in their truck and driving up to 14,000 feet in God's country and looking down on Colorado, they sit and waste their time in forums just dogging people. They're not going to come up to my face and say it, and if they do, that means they really have no conscience. I would never walk up to a woman that's 400 pounds and say, wow, you're really obese. I wouldn't do it. Not appropriate. Somebody will say, well, you'll feel free to say it in your videos. Yes, I do. But I'm not targeting an individual. If somebody hears what I have to say on here and gets offended, that's okay. This is my channel. This is what I have a right to say and the freedom of speech I'm given by my Constitution. I talk about things that are opinions of mine and beliefs of mine, and I share them out there to resonate with others and strike a chord. And some of those teenagers and adults that feel like they're on the fringe and people that feel like they can't fit in, they tune in. And I've had teenagers write me. I've had black and white and Asian and people from all over the world, from India, Pakistan, Muslims, atheists, non-Christians, Gnostics, everybody, and say that there's always something that touches them in a way that they agree with. And they've been free to tell me, I don't agree with everything, but I agree with most of what you say. That's what this forum is all about. Connecting with people who feel disenfranchised, that are tired of the garbage that I talk about. The high maintenance white female thinks she's all that. The government that doesn't seem to be looking out for us. Now, I'm not quoting Bill O'Reilly, that's his job. But I talk about things to relate to people who feel this stuff and don't have a voice. And I encourage every one of them People like Burn the Ender, they're out there trying. They're putting out videos. They're speaking their mind. So is Pyramid and others. They're out there talking about this. Whether people agree with them or not is irrelevant. If we all lift up our voice and start talking about these things, maybe we can see change. Anyways, to all my buttworm fans out there, go get a life. Go up to 14,000 feet and some change and get some perspective and quit dogging me. I'm tired of it. This is Pacific signing off. Bye-bye.